Hey guys, welcome back to the Animepill, and today we're diving into the backstory of Shinra, who as you know, is the main character of Fire Force. If you've kept an eye on anime airing every season, or if you are just a regular shonen fan like me, then the words Fire Force should be too familiar in your ears. The story revolves around human combustion, a turbulent marvel that has tormented humankind for a long time, changing normal individuals into flaring, rough animals known as infernals. While infernals make up the original records of human combustion, the second and third ages became known as pyrokinetics, individuals skilled with the capacity to control their flares constantly while staying human. To battle the infernals and to find the reason, the Tokyo Armed Forces, Fire Defense Agency, and the Holy Church of Sol found their answer, the Special Fire Force. The main character is a third-generation pyrokinetic named Shinra Kusakabe. Shinra gained the nickname Devil's Footprints for his ability to ignite his feet at will. Shinra is a bold person and has the readiness to help other people. He is determined in his aspiration of becoming a hero. He doesn't spare a moment to act promptly when the time calls, and while he can at times be indiscreet in battle, he has shown the ability to venture back and consider the circumstance prior to acting. He joined Special Fire Force Company 8, which has many other pyrokinetics who risk their lives to end the infernal attacks for good, while investigating companies 1 through 7 for any potential corruption in their ranks. Shinra begins to learn that his younger brother's abduction during the fire that killed his mother 12 years ago was caused by a mysterious cult that is behind the infernal attacks. But this isn't the legend Shinra envisioned. The Fire Force is a broken wreck of fighting detachments with unusual infernal sightings expanding all over Tokyo, and a shadowy gathering professing to have answers to the strange fire that caused the demise of Shinra's family 12 years prior. Confronted with numerous impediments inside and out the Fire Force, Shinra battles to reveal the reality behind the consuming puzzles that have kept him out of the loop. It all started in the year 186. Shinra was 5 years of age and lived with his mum and younger sibling, Sho. As a youngster, Shinra was energetic and brave, taking on the appearance of a hero, imitating chivalrous activities from the TV and trying to turn into a hero so he can ensure the safety for his family. One day, Shinra woke up out of the blue to find his home was burning. Watching his mum overwhelmed and on fire, she shouted out to him, telling him to run. In the confusion, he saw a demon who he accepted to be the cause of the fire. Sho's dollar burst affected Shinra and set off his third-generation powers, making him fly in reverse and taking him out. Shinra was before long spared by Leonard Burns from the Special Fire Force Company 1. After the episode, his mum had passed, and as none of Sho's remaining parts were discovered, he was suspected to have died too. The difficulty and shock of his mum's passing made him build up an apprehensive and creepy-looking smile, making others deal with him like a fiend. This occurrence and Shinra's smile made people disregard him as a beast who slaughtered his family with a grin. Sometimes to his embarrassment, Shinra suffers from nervous laughter, which is a condition where animals naturally grin or show their teeth when nervous, stressed, angered or uncomfortable, gaining this condition after witnessing his mother die. The grin can sometimes be mistaken for a menacing smirk by others, and because people thought Shinra killed his own mother, he gained the moniker of a devil, even though he fights to be recognised as a hero. His grandma wouldn't even let him live with her out of what she had believed he'd done. As Shinra couldn't control his ignition ability, he remained at Hajime Industries where they fitted him with fluid nitrogen boots to stifle his power. During his time there, neither he nor the other kids had any opportunities. The researchers just considered them to be test subjects. The skill developing facility did tests on him, but they couldn't confirm if Shinra had the Adala Burst. At the point where he turned 13, he moved out and joined the Special Fire Force Training Academy, with the expectation that he could find out what really went on with the fire and to spare others from the infernals. At the academy, he was once again seen as a villain because of his past. He took in the dangers of third generation's overheating and furthermore met Arthur, with whom he frequently quarrelled and battled while their shared companion Olgun judged. During his investigations, Shinra accepted he would join Special Fire Force Company 4 after graduating, but rather he was allocated to Special Fire Force Company 8. Later to be known as the Fourth Pillar, Shinra possesses an Adala Burst that is unlike any other. His Adala Burst allows him to travel at unbelievable speeds. He can crumble his body and move at a speed near the speed of light and recollect his body again. Doing so enables him to circumvent the laws of physics and allow him to travel at relativistic speeds without ending up dead. It's an interesting ability, not to mention badass. The animations just make everything look so much better too. In spite of the fact that he's a newcomer in the Special Fire Force, Shinra represents a test to experienced individuals and even vanquished a captain. Yeah, that's right, a freaking captain! Talk about being overpowered. Being a fire soldier, Shinra is knowledgeable in saving others, and accordingly was sufficiently able to save 4 people from a building before it detonated. While depending a lot on his ignition ability in battle, Shinra has shown aptitude in common battling, having the ability to put an adversary on the ground and break their guard with a durable kick, and is fit enough to protect himself from assaults. Breakdancing is one of Shinra's hobbies and does it in battle, making it hard to read attacks. Shinra respects Benimaru Shinmon and thinks very highly of him. This is due to the fact that he's the most powerful captain among all the Fire Force companies, as well as the mentoring Benimaru had given him. Not to mention his respect towards Akitaro Obi as the battalion commander of his brigade. Shinra respects him and regards him highly as someone who fights flame humans without an ignition ability. He is shown to have good judgment and prioritises what is important and what should be done, rather than acting with personal emotions. Shinra acts selfishly towards civilians and has very high standards of what the Special Fire Force should represent. He respects his fellow teammates and admires Akitaro for having the courage to fight flame humans without an ignition ability. While Shinra works well with his brigade, his relationship with each member individually differs. Shinra isn't afraid to act on his own, even if confronted by multiple opponents. Understandably, he can be very pushy and demanding when it comes to gathering information on his family's death, and the secrets of the phenomenon showing he deeply cares about both matters. Due to the incident of his family's passing, the guarantee he made to his late mother, moulded by the goals of his youth of becoming a hero, he has built up a fixation on bringing back his brother Sho when he discovers that he's still alive. Shinra, for the most part, shows only delight when he sees Sho. He's normally quick to bring justice to villains who try to destroy the peace in society. Sho, on the other hand, hates Shinra, and is always quick to pound him into a bloody mess at whatever point they meet. Shinra calls the merciless fights between them to be playtime. His connection is solid and to the point that he could, without much of a stretch, pound a dollar link through Sho, despite the fact that Sho knows about and effectively opposes such a connection. In appearance, Shinra is a youngster of normal stature with a thin, strong form, short and spiky dark hair, red eyes and particularly sharp teeth. His eyes are additionally identifiable as the pupils are rather white than dark. When he was first introduced, Shinra wore a dim coat with a catch on the neckline, formed like a traverse light shirt, dim pants and a belt. He additionally wore dull shoes, which he consumed by means of his ignition ability, and was noted to have done numerous times. He was later given fortification items, which consisted of a dim shirt clasped at the midriff with a belt, dim seaward pants with light fixes on the front leg and pelvis, which are tied over his shoulders. These are later bested by a defensive external coat, pants, a neck defender, defensive gloves, and a cap with a number 8 on it, referring to his unit. The catches of his defensive coat look like little crosses. Shinra's shelter gear pants are explicitly custom fitted by Maki Oze, so they just reach beneath his knees rather than his feet, as this is favourable so he can unreservedly utilise his ignition ability without agonising over constantly consuming his clothing. Parts of his outfit are covered with blue lines. When not on a mission, Shinra is regularly observed wearing an orange overall and white shirt underneath. His outfits contain patches with 8s on them, implying his connection to Special Fire Force Company 8. Because of his ignition ability, he will in general walk barefoot or with shoes that can undoubtedly be discarded. Shinra's pants, for the most part, are rolled up underneath his knees so he can utilise this capacity without consuming them. After the investigation inside the Nether, Shinra gets heavily injured. Company 8 focuses on ensuring Shinra survives his injuries by rushing him to the Special Firefighting Defense Clinic 6. There, he undergoes surgery, and is afterwards approached by Leonard Burns, captain of the First Company, the person who rescued him from his childhood tragedy. After sparring, the captain reveals that it was Shinra's mother that was the demon infernal he saw during his house fire, and that she was the one to take Sho away during the incident. Fire Force is yet to reach its best stage, and Shinra Kusakabe is an interesting protagonist who makes the anime more fun to watch. He doesn't divert much from other shonen anime protagonists when it comes to backstories and tragedies, but let's admit it, this is one of the facts that makes us admire and empathise with him. That's it for today, guys. As usual, if you like the video, don't hesitate to drop a like, and if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button along with that bell notification to be updated. Thanks for watching Fire Force Geeks, and we'll see you in the next video.